What's up gamers, I'm Optron. Welcome to Sensitivity Series episode 9 where we are going to set the perfect battle royale sensitivity for your own device for both gyroscope and non-gyroscope players. Now the first thing which you have to do is you have to upload and save your current BR sensitivity, and that's how you can do it. So the parameters for sensitivities which I'm gonna tell you is gonna work for all kind of devices, be it Android, iOS or any kind of tablet devices. So now you do not have to copy anyone else's sensitivity, you are gonna create your own perfect sensitivity for your own particular device. So for representing the angle of rotation, I have chosen this Hydrodam location which is in the blackout map, and this middle water pipe is going to work as 0 degree for the entire video. Now the reason behind choosing this Hydrodam is sadly we do not have a dedicated BR practice range, and this Hydrodam has the best possible structure in entire BR right now, which can represent the exact amount of angle of rotation for our sensitivities. Now I have divided this video into 12 different parts. If you want, you can pause the video and read it, although I'll tell you before the beginning of each part. So let's start our part 1, setting up the perfect camera FOV for both TPP and FPP. Now let me show you how much area we can see on lowest 51 TPP FOV by minimizing it to 51 FOV. Now here's the view guys, this much area we can see on lowest 51 FOV, and here's the pros and cons of lowest 51 FOV. If you want, you can pause the screen and read it. And guys, let me tell you, at any FOV, at any point of time, we can only see 120 degree on our screen, be it a 6-inch screen or 16-inch screen. Now after maximizing it to 80, this TPP FOV, here's the difference on your screen guys. As you can see, the screen zoomed out by 10 degrees from both the side. So this is the difference between lowest and highest FOV for TPP. Now here's the pros and cons for highest 80 FOV guys, and if you want, you can pause the screen and read it. Although I like this highest FOV, but it has the biggest cons of having accuracy issues and hip fire while in close range. So if not low, if not high, then what will be the best FOV? Well, it's really simple guys. If not low, not high, then mid is the solution. So what we are going to do is, we are going to set this camera FOV for TPP, that is third person, in the mid, that is around 64 and 65, and here's the difference between lowest 51 and mid 64-65 FOV on your screen. As you can see, the screen zoomed out by 5 degrees from both the side. Now the reason why I am saying that 64 and 65, that is mid FOV for TPP and mid FOV for FPP also is the best, is displaying on your screen. Kindly pause it and read it. Now we are going to apply the same principle for setting up the FOV as I told you, FPP FOV as I told you. So we are going to set it in the mid, that is around 70. Now guys, I'm not gonna read everything because it will take 1.5 hours to complete this video. Moving on to the part 2, parameters for camera TPP and FPP as well as gyro camera TPP and FPP. Now this one, camera third person sensitivity, has to be set by everyone, so I request even a full gyroscope player to turn off this gyroscope for setting up the perfect camera third person sensitivity. Now this point A, the door kind of structure at right, and point B, another door kind of structure at left is our 180 degree representation guys. Remember this throughout the game. Now to set the perfect camera third person sensitivity, what you have to do is you have to achieve this 180 degree rotation with the usual swipe, the same speed, same type and same distance of swipe you do during your gameplay. That is normal gameplay, so you have to achieve it with your usual swipe. Now for full gyroscope players, we have this gyroscope camera third person sensitivity, so the normal players do not do it. Now what you have to do is, here for full gyroscope players, what you have to do is you have to achieve this 180 degree rotation with the usual device tilt you do during your gameplay. Do not overstretch your hand while setting up this, and remember, you also have to use camera third person, otherwise your character will not take a turn. Now to set the camera first person turning view sensitivity, you again everyone have to turn off the gyroscope. Now here also we have to achieve this 180-degree rotation with the usual swipe we do during our gameplay. Now for gyroscope camera FPP, this is only for gyroscope players, you have to achieve this 180-degree rotation with the usual tilt while on FPP mode. Remember FPP, you have to set FPP mode. Now the reason why I chose 180-degree angle of rotation for camera TPP, FPP and gyro camera TPP and FPP has been displayed on your screen. Kindly pause it and read it. If you want me to read it, give me 1.5 hours of time to make this video like so long. Now this is part 3 guys, parameters for setting the perfect rotation mode sensitivity and why rotation mode is the most important for faster reflexes. Now for rotation mode sensitivity, as you can see, we have 3 different types of RM: fix and distance and speed. For BR, strictly for BR, I'm requesting you to either choose distance or speed. Do not stick to fixed one. Now here what you have to do is you have to achieve a sharp, very sharp 180-degree turn with a very short swipe, very small swipe, that is around 0.5 to 1.5 centimeter max. So what it will do is if you are able to achieve a very sharp 180-degree turn with a very short swipe, this will compensate the movement reflexes you were getting on highest FOV, and also this will give you a super fast reflex whenever required. Now the reason why I'm saying this very high rotation mode sensitivity is best and needed too is displayed on your screen. Kindly pause it and read it. Now from now on, whenever I am explaining gyroscope sensitivity, my gyroscope is turned on. Whenever I am explaining now normal camera and firing one, my gyroscope is turned off, and whenever both is required, I'll tell you. Now let's start the part 4, parameters for setting firing TPP and FPP sensitivity and gyroscope firing TPP and FPP sensitivity. Now the first one we have is firing third person sensitivity. If you are a full gyroscope player and do not use this one, I recommend you to use this one in combination with your gyroscope firing. Now for setting up the perfect firing third person sensitivity, what you have to do is you have to achieve 180-degree rotation while on hip fire with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Next one we have is firing FPP view turning FPP sensitivity guys, turning, running, leave it, turning. So this one is for firing FPP view turning sensitivity. Oh, I got it. Here also you have to achieve 180-degree rotation with the hip fire and on FPP mode. Now the reason why I chose 180-degree parameters for firing TPP and FPP and why I asked even full gyroscope players to set this has been displayed on your screen. Kindly pause it and read it. Now it's time for gyroscope fire third person sensitivity. Now here guys, if you have mastered your gyroscope and have the best accuracy, then you can set your gyroscope fire TPP sensitivity to 360-degree parameters with the usual device tilt you do during your gameplay. And if you have not mastered it or have accuracy issues, kindly go for the 180-degree parameters. Now for gyroscope fire FPP view turning sensitivity, what you have to do is you have to achieve 180-degree rotation with the usual device tilt you do during your gameplay while on FPP mode. This one should not be set with 360-degree parameters, and the reason why I chose these parameters has been displayed on your screen. Kindly go ahead and read it. And guys, keep on reading the information I have put on screen because I cannot tell you everything. Now let's start this part 5. Parameters for camera ADS, gyro camera ADS, as well as firing ADS and gyro firing ADS sensitivities. The first one we have is camera ADS sensitivity. This is not recommended for gyroscope players. So for setting up the perfect camera ADS sensitivity, what you have to do is you have to achieve this 180-degree rotation while on iron side with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. And this is iron side because it's a mythic gun, so it is showing a red dot, but it's actually an iron sight. Now we we have to set this gyroscope camera ADS sensitivity. Here also what you have to do is you have to achieve 180-degree rotation from the first door to second door while on gyroscope with the usual device tilt. Next one we have is firing ADS sensitivity. Now this one is not recommended for gyroscope player. Now this drainage pipe point A to point B, the first one at right and the first one at left, which represents 140-degree rotation. Now this is going to be the parameters for gyro firing and normal firing ADS sensitivities. So let's start it by setting up the first one, firing ADS sensitivity. Now here what you have to do is you have to achieve this 140-degree rotation, that is from first drainage pipe to second drainage pipe, with the usual swipe you do while firing on iron side. Now next one we have is gyroscope fire ADS sensitivity. Here also what you have to do is while firing on ADS, while firing on iron side, you have to achieve this 140-degree rotation from point A to B, which is represented on your screen, that is from one drainage pipe to other, the first one to first one left. Now the reason why I chose these parameters for firing and gyro firing sensitivities has been displayed on your screen. Kindly go ahead and read it. Now let's start part 6. Parameters for camera and gyro camera red dot holo sensitivities and firing gyro fire red dot and holo sensitivities. Now the first one we have is camera red dot and holo sensitivities. Now here what you have to do is you have to achieve this 180-degree rotation while on a red dot or holo side with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Again guys, kindly read every information which is displayed on your screen. Next one we have is gyroscope camera red dot holo sensitivity. This is not recommended for normal players. This is only for full gyroscope players and while ADS gyroscope players. Here also you have to achieve 180-degree rotation while using a red dot or holographic sight with the usual device tilt you do during your gameplay. Now next one we have is firing red dot and holo sensitivity, which is not recommended for gyroscope players. Now here our point A is the second drainage pipe and point B is the second drainage pipe at left. Now this will make approx 120-degree rotation. Kindly remember these pipes, these drainage pipes. This is going to be our parameter for red dot firing red dot and gyroscope firing red dot. Now to set the perfect firing red dot holo sensitivities, we have to achieve this 120-degree rotation from point A to B. Now next one we have is gyroscope fire red dot and holo sensitivities. Now this is only for the gyroscope players guys. Here also we have to achieve this 120-degree rotation from point A to B, which whereas point A is the second drainage pipe at right and point B is second drainage pipe at left. Now we have to achieve this with the usual device tilt we do during your gameplay. Now the reason behind choosing all these parameters has been displayed on your screen. Kindly go ahead and read it. Moving on to our next part, part 7. Parameters for camera and gyro camera tactical scope sensitivity and firing and gyro firing tactical scope sensitivities. Now the first one we have is camera tactical scope sensitivity, for which we are going to have 160-degree rotation from this right side pillar near the stairs. This is our point A, and the left side slant pillar or bulging pillar you can say is our point B, and this will make 160-degree rotation. As you can see here with our 180-degree parameter, it is 10-degree less, so our rotation will be of 160-degree. So what you have to do is to achieve the perfect camera tactical scope sensitivity, you have to achieve this 160-degree rotation from point A to B while using a tactical scope and with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Now the next one we have is Gyroscope camera tactical scope sensitivity. Okay, the name is too long. Anyways, so here also what you have to do is you have to achieve this 160-degree rotation from point A to B, which is the slant or bulging pillar at right and left near the stairs, near that doors which we have used using the gyroscope while on tactical scope. Now the next one we have is firing tactical scope sensitivity. Now for this one we are going to use this drainage pipe at A and this drainage pipe at B, which is the first drainage pipe from right and the first drainage pipe from left, and this makes approximately 140-degree rotation. So for firing and gyro fire tactical scope sensitivities we are going to use this one. So to set the perfect firing tactical scope sensitivity, you have to achieve this rotation while using a tactical scope and firing, and with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Next one we have a gyro fire tactical scope sensitivity. Here also we have to achieve the same 140-degree rotation from the first drainage pipe at right to first drainage pipe at left while firing on tactical scope using the same device tilt you do during your gameplay. And the reason for all these parameters have been displayed on your screen. Kindly pause it and read it because I did a lot of work for this. Moving on to our next part 8, parameters for camera 3x, gyro camera 3x and firing 3x and gyro fire 3x scope sensitivities. The first one we have is camera 3x scope sensitivities, which is to be set by normal players, not gyroscope players. So here what you have to do is you have to achieve 120-degree rotation with the drain pipe at A and B, which is the second drain pipe from right and the second drain pipe from left, and this is approximately 120-degree rotation which we are going to use for camera 3x and gyroscope camera 3x. So for setting up the perfect camera 3x tactical scope sensitivity, you have to achieve this 120-degree rotation while using 3x tactical scope with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Remember guys, you have to do a usual swipe, do not over swipe it. Next one we have a Gyroscope camera 3x tactical scope sensitivity. Okay, the name is too long. Anyways, here also you have to achieve the 120-degree rotation from A to B with the same kind of tilt you do during your gameplay while using a 3x tactical scope. Okay, let's kill some bot first, then let's move on. Okay, next we have is firing 3x tactical scope sensitivity. Now here what you have to do is you have to achieve this approximately 80-degree rotation from the third drain pipe at right to the third drain pipe at left. This is our point A, the third drain pipe at right, and this is our point B, the third drain pipe at left. Now to set the perfect firing 3x tactical scope sensitivity, you have to achieve 80-degree rotation from point A to B while firing using 3x tactical scope with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Next one we have a Gyroscope fire 3x tactical scope sensitivity. Here also you have to achieve this 80-degree rotation from A to B with the same kind of tilt you do during your gameplay while firing using 3x tactical scope. Now why I chose all these parameters have been written as displayed on your screen. Kindly pause it and read it because I have worked really a lot. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. We have our part 9, parameters for camera 4x/4.4x and gyro camera 4x, 4.4x, firing 4, gyro firing 4, 4.4. The first one we have is camera 4x/4.4 tactical scope sensitivity. Now here what you have to do is you have to achieve 70-degree rotation from the 4th drain pipe at right and the imaginary 4th drain pipe at left. Let's imagine it because it's not there. Let me show you closely. This is our point A, 4th drain pipe from right, and this is our point B, which is imaginary drain pipe at left. Now to set the perfect camera 4x/4.4x tactical scope sensitivity, you have to achieve the 70-degree rotation while using 4.4x scope with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Now the next one we have is Gyroscope camera 4.4x sensitivity. Here also you have to achieve this rotation from A to B, which is approximately 70-degree with the usual tilt while using the 4.4x scope. Next one we have is firing 4.4x tactical scope sensitivity. Here you have to achieve approximately 50-degree rotation, which is from the ladder at right to the ladder at left. Let me show you closely. Here's the ladder, else you can use this drainage pipe also, which is just beside this. and then decrease it by 5 or 6. Now for setting up the perfect firing 4x sensitivity, you have to achieve this 50-degree rotation from A to B while using 4x tactical scope sight with the usual swipe you do during your gameplay. Next one we have is Gyroscope fire 4x tactical scope sensitivity. Here also we have to follow the same parameter to achieve the rotation from A to B while using 4x and firing using 4x or 4.4x with the usual device tilt we do during our gameplay. Now the reason why I chose these rotations, these parameters is on your screen again. Kindly read it by pausing the video. Now the next one we have is Gyroscope camera sniper and Gyroscope camera sniper, firing sniper and gyro firing sniper. Now to set the perfect sniper scope sensitivity, non-gyro players have to follow only camera sniper and firing sniper, while the gyroscope players have to follow camera sniper, gyro camera sniper and gyro fire sniper sensitivity. The reason I'll tell you in a minute. Now here first you have to set camera sniper scope sensitivity, and everyone have to set this even if you are a full gyro player. And now you have to achieve approximately 140-degree rotation, that is from the first drain pipe at right and to the first drain pipe at left. This you have to achieve using camera sniper scope. This is our point A, the first drain pipe at right, and this is our point B, the first drain pipe at left. So to achieve the perfect sniper camera sniper scope sensitivity, you have to achieve this 140-degree rotation while using the same kind of swipe you usually do during your gameplay. Now for gyroscope camera sensitivity, to achieve the perfect gyroscope camera sensitivity, you have to open your sniper scope and place your crosshair at a distant object and try to hold it still. As long as you can hold your crosshair still without shaking it, that is the perfect gyroscope camera sniper scope sensitivity for you. Now as you can see, I have increased it and now my aim is shaking. Now this is the biggest cons of sensitivities set by developers of COD. Anyways, whatever it is. Now next one we have is firing and gyro firing. Now here you have to keep it between 0 to 5, or if you are a SKS or some marksman users, you can go up to max 10, because we need a very stable sniper shot. So if you increase the firing sniper or gyro firing sniper sensitivity, you will lose the target. So we need to have firing sniper scope sensitivities like wherever our crosshair is placed, that target should be hit when we fire. So the reason why I chose these parameters is displayed on your screen. Kindly read it. Now moving on to the part 11. For 6x, 8x or even if in future if 10x or 12x came, we are going to follow the exact same parameters which we have used for sniper scope sensitivity. So I'm not gonna waste your time in this. Now the last one we have is free view sensitivity, which is for eye button. So you can set it up to how much you want. That is your choice, totally your choice. Now the next one, part 12, the conclusion and then the tips to reduce the setup time by more than half. Now the sensitivities you have set according to the parameters which I have told you might be perfect, or in case if you feel that particular sensitivity is slightly high or slightly low, then adjust it by 2-3 points accordingly. And please keep in mind, once you set the sensitivity, it will take approximately a week to get used to. Now take a screenshot of this particular frame. Why? Because you can set all these 180-degree parameters anywhere in entire BR segment. Only thing which you have to keep in mind is written on screen. Always choose a flat surface, stand in the middle of the references, and the third one you also read. Anyways, that was all about this BR sensitivities. I hope I have not wasted your time, and I really worked a lot guys for this video, and I have tested for almost 3 months. So kindly let me know if you have found this sensitivity, if you find these sensitivities to be perfect for you also. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. See you in next one.